sing now. We'll sing Heyo, 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 yo, hey, hey, yo, hey, hey, yo. We'll sing Heyo, 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 yo, hey, hey, yo, hey, hey, yo. We'll sing Heyo, 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 yo, hey, hey, yo, hey, yo. We'll just smile and wave and sing Heyo. Heyo Niagara! This is Rob Repos coming to you live from the 4680Q studios on a beautiful Thursday morning, the weekend just ahead. Today is December the 14th, and this is episode 34, Heyo Niagara, brought to you by Peter Piper's Pubhouse and Fonthill Party Supply in Fonthill. Stop in and get some great food and great cold drinks. And get all your party supplies at Fonthill Party Supply, just next door, a couple doors down. 111 Highway 20 East in Fonthill. My guest this morning, my buddy, Mark Swayze, is in the house, and we are going to talk about what's going on in the Niagara region, music-wise, and what he's been up to. He's been a busy guy for a long time, so welcome to the 4680Q studios in Niagara Falls. Mark!
How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you this morning?
Not too bad. Not too bad at all.
Had an interesting drive in this morning.
Yeah, it was.
I should say good morning to Mom and Dad. Good morning, you guys. It was my mom's 81st birthday just a couple days ago. Happy birthday again, Mom. Love you. My wife is also listening. She helps to support the tech side of things when things go awry, and sometimes we have some technical difficulties. But I left this house this morning to come and pick you up, and I was in a hurry. And my dad had a saying it's his now. He owns it now. And that was, the hurrier I go, the behinder I get. And that was definitely the case to me. Not only did I hit one train this morning picking you up, but then we hit a train on the way to the station as well over on Dorchester. So, but welcome to the studio. And let's chat about what's going on in Mark Swayze's life. Well, actually, let's start at the beginning. Where did young Marky grow up?
Right in Welland. I've lived in Welland my whole life.
Your whole life?
Well, we moved to Cook's Mills.
We'll still call that Welland.
Yeah, but I grew up on Crowland Avenue. Or right next there used to be a place called Barker's Bakery.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, two doors down from it.
How did you live through that?
Well, I didn't eat a lot.
Not only that, but just waking up to that smell every morning, the beautiful bread. Oh,
yeah. And then there's a guy on the corner. He passed away now, but Eli Catch.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if he was.
I know the name.
He's one heck of a 10-pin bowler at Bowlerama for years.
Yeah.
I never knew that until we just called him the grumpy old man who yelled at us when we walked to school every morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's pretty much.
Yeah. And so I mean, I know you're a bowler. You bowl 5-pin.
Yep. Now.
When did you start bowling?
5-pin or 10-pin?
Yeah. Oh, you bowled 10-pin too?
I bowled 10-pin for like 25 years.
No kidding.
Yeah, in the Monday Night League.
Average?
220.
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know Earl Anthony?
Yeah. I'm not Earl Anthony.
Oh, okay.
No.
But no, did you know him?
No.
Oh.
No, I didn't know him.
He was one of the guys that I remember growing up watching the PBA on Channel 4 WKBW.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 220 is a good average, dude.
Yeah, we used to go to Rochester to the Lilac tournament every year.
Yeah, that was a big tournament.
It was, yeah.
Do they still run that?
I believe they do, because I still get things in the mail for it.
In the mail?
Yeah. Yep. But we haven't been in many, many years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, my wife bowled. We bowled, both of us.
You can say hi to her. She's listening.
Oh, hi, Dar. And, we bowled 10-pin in the Friday Night League. And then her knees started acting up, so she retired from it. So I went to the Monday Night League, and I was there for years and years.
Yeah.
And then with my trio, BB owns a bowling alley, so we're like, let's give 5-pin a shot.
Yeah.
And it's pretty tough.
You know?
Yeah.
I know people think, it's easier.
Yeah.
In fact, I bowl on Monday nights now at Bowlerama in Welland, because Kingsway Lanes in Welland is closed now, and it's going to be, the wrecking ball is coming very soon. But so we moved our league over to Monday nights at Bowlerama.
Yep.
And there was a friend that was there Monday night, not bowling in the league. She just was there with some friends and stuff. And they normally bowl 10 pin when they were there, but it was full. So they thought, we'll just come and bowl the easy game.
Yeah.
And she said, it's not that easy. I'm like, no, it is not that easy.
Definitely isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
Yeah. Well, I enjoy it. Yeah.
So you've been bowling a long time. And
yeah.
What's your average in 5 pin?
Right now, 207.
207.
Yeah.
That's good. Anything over 200.
Yeah.
Especially in 5 pin is good. Let's talk about music. When did you start playing guitar?
Probably in grade 4 or 5.
Yeah?
Yeah, I took music lessons at a little shop that was called Audette Music.
Yeah.
On the corner of Welland, and then it became a Curry's Cheese World.
Yeah.
And then now it's tore down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just an empty space
Just
right now.
an empty space right now, yeah. Oh, yeah, Curry's cheese roll was amazing, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think I bought my wife's pasta maker there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, so we'd have half-hour lessons once a week, and the first 15 minutes were learning, and then the last 15 was, what song do you want to learn?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Take a guess what my first song I wanted to learn on the guitar was.
Stairway to Heaven.
It was.
Yeah?
Yep.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much, that brings back a memory for me. Because I was taking, at that time, music at a place called Ryson's Music Studios on Franklin Street, I believe.
Okay, yeah.
Just off of Main. And I used to ride my bike there with my guitar on the back of my, carrying my guitar on the side. Anyways, one day I was there having my lesson. The window was open. It was the summertime, and there was a guy out on the street washing his car.
Yeah.
And Stairway to Heaven came on.
Yeah.
And my instructor started to attempt to play it.
Yeah.
And I stopped him and I said, no, it goes like this. And then I played it because that was one of the first songs that I learned how to play.
No way. Eh?
Yeah. Yeah. So it was, that brings back a flood of memories. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Then I moved over to over on Thorold Road there, the
conservatory.
music. I did that for several years. Yeah. So, and okay, what about? So you start playing guitar? Play any other instruments?
No.
Tambourine?
Barely. I can hold a beat.
Yeah.
Like on a snare drum until I have to try to get my foot involved, and then
that's it.
That's it. It just starts going really fast, and it's not good after
the metronome's not there.
No, it's not. It's definitely not there.
Yeah. And then okay, cool. Yeah. And what about bands? When did you have your first band experience?
Probably when I was at Gencor for almost 20 years.
Were you? Yeah. I worked at Gencor.
Yep. Yeah. And I was right there until they closed.
No kidding.
Pretty much, yeah. And we started a band in there. We were all worked at Gencor. So you could figure out how we ran 3 shifts. So we figured how long it took us before we played our first gig. It was probably close to 2 years because we could jam on Sundays. Well, if they had overtime, somebody took the overtime, we couldn't.
Of course.
Then it would be, next thing you know, it's a month before we practiced, and there was never a steady incline or a steady practice.
Yeah.
But it was a band called Up Front.
I was just going to ask you, Up Front?
Yeah.
I remember that. Who was in the band?
Tony Carrillo, Jerry DeMolin, me. The singer was named Jocelyn Marion.
Okay. Nice.
Absolute beautiful voice.
Yeah. Doesn't ring a bell, but I seem to remember the name of the band.
Yeah. We're in Port Colborne, Super Mario's. It used to be called Stages. Many years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, we played there Canal Days a weekend, and my first bar I played in was the Queens. And
wow.
I just stood on stage like this, and I never moved.
So my mom and my dad and my wife are at home right now going, oh my God, the Queen's Hotel. I played there when I was in those days you had to be 18 to drink, to go in the hotel. I was 17. Yeah. And some fun times there at the Queen's Hotel.
Very interesting times.
Very interesting, yes. Thankfully, the owner's name was Bob, I remember. And he was like a kickboxer or something. So people didn't mess around too much with
No.
it. You know what I mean? But there were still some issues there.
Yeah.
But you know what? Great memories, though, aren't they?
For sure. Yeah, and then I think I got out of it, like out of music for quite a few years. Just
No kidding. Just
like, well, you got the kids are growing up, and
exactly.
and
yes,
life takes on. You know, like
Yep.
both my boys played select ball at that time, so my wife's in one city, I'm in another city, and we could never commit to, and like,
you got to take care of family first.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. And so you were away for a while, and then what brought you back?
I really don't know, to be honest.
Really?
I honestly, it might have been one of your open mics.
No way.
Yeah, seriously, yeah.
No, you were playing before that.
Well, just regularly, like in bands, but
Yeah.
but
Because you and Ian were doing the Swayze Boys.
yeah,
You still
yeah.
do that? Not so
he's-
much. He's so busy.
So busy, yeah. With the Hard Rock Hooligans.
Yeah,
there.
great band.
Yeah. Yeah, they played with Figure 4 for the Meriton Center last week.
Yeah.
For their Christmas drive or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. and
Nice.
I was talking to him last night about it, and he said it was really, really good show or that
Yeah.
they put on, and
Yeah.
had a lot of gifts and or donations, and which is
Fantastic.
great for them. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know. Actually, I went into Central and seen this box. And it was for Christmas. I was like, I wonder what I can get Ian, because he was taking drum lessons at that time. I was like, yeah, the cajon.
Cajon,
right?
yeah.
So I bought the cajon for Christmas for him, and he still uses that to today.
No kidding.
Yeah, and he swears if you put one of the newer ones that you get over there, it just doesn't have that same sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a different wood that they're using now. And,
Yeah, they use different
Yeah.
wood, and they use different. I
Yeah.
don't know what they're called. I call them strings.
Yeah,
but
well, they're like guitar strings, eh?
there are, and but there's different types as well. I think you can get like bamboo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's different types. So
Yeah.
because I bought a cajon.
Yeah.
Just when I was doing the open mics. Because just to add that extra little, percussion.
Yep.
And I still have it today. But I brought my son Adam, who's a drummer.
Yep.
I brought him with me to sit, and we tried every single one.
Yeah.
At Central.
Yep.
To figure out which one sounded best, and solid,
Yep.
and don't
Yep.
skimp on it. You
No,
want to pay
yep.
the right money. Now they've got electronic ones, and
Well, yeah, but it was really enjoyable playing, like, because nobody's seen that before.
Yeah.
And like everywhere you go, they wouldn't ask, "Hey, what kind of guitar is that?" They'd go, "What is this?"
That's
thing?"
right.
Yeah.
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 I did an event at Tailgates, and I had mine up there. And one of the older gentlemen who frequents there,
Yep.
come up. He says, "What the heck is that thing?" And
Yeah.
it sounds incredible. I had it
Yeah.
mic'd,
Yeah.
and never mind the music, never mind. What is that thing?
Yeah. Yep.
That cajon thing.
Yep.
And so right now, we're moving up to the present, but we'll kind of back up in a second. But so right now, what have you got on the go as far as open mics? You're doing.
Yep.
I know you're doing karaoke. I know you do some DJing.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty much based at Borderline Bar on 607 King Street.
There you go.
On Tuesdays, I run the open mics that you started, and
That's been going for a
for
long time.
a long time.
Yeah,
yes.
I started at All Sports Simulated.
Yeah.
And then when he decided, it didn't really work. It wasn't a bar. It was a tough thing to get going.
Yep.
And then I walked in for beer one day at Borderline, and Blaine was there.
Yep.
And hey, Blaine, if you're listening. And then I said, yeah. So I'm not doing open mics anymore, and away we went right
Yeah.
away. Like it was like, okay, well, let's get her going. And so we started Tuesday nights.
Yep.
Then I went through my issues, my health issues, and that, and you had taken over. And then everything that I've been doing has just been spiraling out of control. So I just haven't.
Yeah.
I don't have the time to come back
No.
and host every Tuesday
Yeah.
night. So, but
Yeah.
it's still going. That's fantastic.
Yeah, we got some amazing talent in Niagara, like, as you well know. Yeah.
Actually. So I met Starla recently.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know she's been coming out to the.
Starla met John at
Yeah.
the Tuesday open mic. That's how they met.
Yeah. And she's amazing.
Yeah.
I've actually, so I was supposed to perform at the VHC a few weeks back, probably about 2 months ago now, maybe 6 weeks ago. And then Andy Colonico had a thing going on. So I ended up not only performing, but I ended up taking care of the hosting duties that night. And Starla was one of the artists who came in to perform after the show
I
on
was
the
there
open
that
mic.
night.
You were there that night,
yeah.
exactly.
Yep.
And I just sat there like, holy cow! She sang that Mo Cherie song that she wrote.
Yep.
It gave me goosebumps.
Yep.
And so I've connected with her now and brought her out a couple times to a couple events. So
and she's what, 21?
I think she's 20 or 21.
But if you watch her on stage, you swear to God, she's had 20 years of experience.
Yeah.
You know?
Which leads me to a question.
Yep.
The question. What do you say to people who say, there's a lot of people who come down on open mics. They think it takes away from artists getting paid. What's your opinion on that?
I try not to. I've been asked over the years, like, hey, do you want to do an open mic on a Friday night? And Fridays and Saturdays, like, this is only me. Fridays and Saturdays are no. Those are paid band nights, either solo performance, duos, or full bands. But I can't see anything wrong with an open mic, a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because bands aren't playing regularly other than a weekend.
For the most part,
yeah, for the most part,
absolutely.
That's my thoughts on it, at least.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll expand a little bit on that.
Okay.
Because if it weren't for open mics, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing.
Oh. Me too.
Simple as that. And you too.
Yep.
It's a great opportunity for people who aren't ready to go out and perform for paid gigs and so on, to have a stage to go out and play in front of other people.
Yes.
And have an audience.
Yep.
And then go from there. Now, for me, I started, like you, I was away from music while the kids were growing up, and I was working and all those things were going on.
Yep.
And so I left music completely for 22 years and then came back, and I started out just doing songwriting. Had no intention of doing cover songs or anything like that. But I quickly realized, hey, wait a minute here. There is a lot of work happening available for artists out there. And I got asked to do a couple of sets at a Rock and Bowl with Blake Halliday at Kingsway Bowling Lanes.
Yeah.
And that was the first time that I had actually gone out and done cover songs as a solo artist, because I'd been in bands. And then from there, I got contacted by Mark Thompson at All Sports Simulated to do the open mics there, which turned out to be an open mic at Borderline, which is now still an open mic that you're hosting there today.
Yep.
During all that time, I've also had the opportunity to network, meet a ton of unbelievable artists in Niagara, and have the opportunity now to actually be the guy booking in some of those acts, including bands. I do book some bands and doing some special events as well. So, from open mic to what's happening now, if it weren't for the open mics, would I be sitting here on the radio talking to my buddy Mark?
Yeah.
Probably not. Who knows, right?
It's funny the path that led us here, right?
And I like the way you look at it, and that is that, Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, for an open mic, you're not really taking anything away. And in fact, what we're doing is we're nurturing people to come out and expand their horizons, really.
And I know Angela Siracusa, that's when I started going to open mics, when it was at the Golden Pheasant. And when me and Ian were just starting out, and if I wanted to learn, it's like I kind of want to get a crowd reaction to a song I just learned. I bring it to the open mic and I play it and kind of just get a vibe from the crowd as to, should I keep the song or and
absolutely,
it's and then my Tuesdays the last year or so, I've been incorporating a lot of the people that come to the open mic to play with me on Friday, because I have a matinee there from 4 to 7 every Friday. So a lot of these people have never been on a stage getting paid to do something. So give them the opportunity.
Who's your guest tomorrow, Mark?
Rob Repos is my guest. Yes. Rob is coming back tomorrow.
I'm coming back for a show. We're going to split up the afternoon and have some fun. So hopefully we'll get some folks out there. We'll mention that again at the end of the show. I do want to take 1 second here just to talk about Peter Piper's in Fonthill, because Peter Piper's is very supportive of live entertainment, live music, and they're one of the sponsors for the show. And I really appreciate the fact that they do what they do, and they're very good with the people that they hire as far as music goes. And I do want to point out that they have trivias there on Tuesday nights now, 7 o'clock. They also have open mics on Thursday night with Chris Saylor at 7 p.m. Every Saturday night they have a band. I'm not sure exactly. Sorry, I apologize. I'll try and see if it's posted yet. Who's there this week? But there's a band there every week, starting at 8 o'clock. And then every Sunday afternoon, you got to get down there for Jimmy's Juke Joint, especially Sunday afternoon, not doing too much. 2 o'clock, Jim Casson, who's a fantastic artist, drummer, and he's actually been on the show, and he hosts a great show there every week. It can be jazz, it could be country, it can be rock. This week he's got Dwayne LaForme and Gary Kendall. Gary Kendall plays bass guitar for the Downchild Blues and a couple other bands as well. He's got his own band. So the music there is always stellar. And call ahead and make a reservation. Otherwise, you may not get in. So make sure you do. And if you walk in there and you're just in there on a Friday afternoon to have a bite and a pint, make sure you let them know that you heard it on Heyo Niagara. Sure, they would really appreciate it. I would really, really appreciate it. So we're going to take a quick, actually, you can take a quick break. And I'm going to close the window, because there's one of the things about doing a live show here on Chrysler Avenue in Niagara Falls is that we're right on the street, so you could literally walk by and look in the window and say hi if you wanted to, and you never know, we might even just call you in. By the way, if anybody's out there and you have questions, send them to me through Facebook Messenger, or you can use any means. If you have my text, my cell number, you can send me a text message. You can send it to me on Facebook. You can send it to me on Instagram. All kinds of options out there for you to send in your questions. The other sponsor I want to mention is Fonthill Party Supply. Christmas is coming up, and we're all getting ready. If you need anything at all, party supplies, make sure you hop in there. It's the same address, 111 Highway 20 East. And you can buy, you can rent, you can get all your party supplies there. That's at Fonthill Party Supply in Niagara Falls. So while we take a quick little leisurely break here, I also want to mention where I'm going to be. Actually, we've got a great show coming up this Saturday at the Spot in Port Colborne with Troy Soper, or some of you may know him as Troy Ziffer. I believe it starts at 8 o'clock at the Spot. We're raising funds and taking collections up for the needy there, and I will be there doing a set at some point, probably 8 or 9 o'clock. And then rolling back into Welland after that, we've got the amazing Scurvy Dogs playing at Tailgates Bar and Grill from 9 to 1 o'clock in the morning this Saturday night. If you've never seen Scurvy Dogs, you're in for a great treat. They haven't played in Welland for about 20 years, and we got them coming in this weekend on Saturday night at Tailgates Bar and Grill. The following Saturday, I want to mention also, we have a big charity event happening. It's Saturday, December 23rd, 2 till 4:30 or 5 o'clock, and we're doing it for the Open Arms Mission. We are going to have a whole bunch of different guests there, including the one and only Mr. Mark Swayze. We've got Rob Graham coming in. We've got Folklore coming in. Billy Bob and Sandy. We got Paul Sparky Wiskin. He'll do a couple tunes. Don Sexsmith. The O'Malley's mates coming in. And the incredible Tim McEwen. Yes. So you know Tim.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's going to happen on Saturday, December 23rd, starting at 2 o'clock at Tailgates Bar and Grill in Welland. Come on out, bring a non-perishable food item, or you can bring a hygiene products. We're going to be collecting that. We'll also be collecting cash donations. So it's going to be a huge day, and really looking forward to getting everybody together just before Christmas to help out those who may not be so fortunate. Where were we? We're talking about open mics, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
You also do karaoke.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's and you're also a DJ. You do DJ services.
Yeah, weddings and stag and does.
Yeah.
Bar mitzvahs.
Bar mitzvahs?
No, don't do any of that. But,
No? Okay.
like Christmas parties, and
Yeah.
I kind of just fell into my lap one day, and somebody called and said, "Oh, you got a system? I can't make it. Can you do this birthday party or whatever?"
Yeah.
And it just went from there, escalated, and I don't advertise it. I'm not like Ryan Russo,
Right.
who's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
It's his company.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it is basically word of mouth. So I get 2 or 3 weddings a year.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
This guy's doing deliveries, so we'll just close this up.
Yeah, you know Jeff Brown?
Jeff Brown, yes.
Guitar player.
Yeah, amazing guitar player.
Yes, for sure. I'm doing his brother's wedding.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, yep.
Oh.
Yeah, Richard.
Yeah, Jeff's been over at Peter Piper's a couple times
I
playing.
was going to mention that.
Yeah.
On the Sunday, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's with
He's all over.
Washboard Union, I think. Or
He is all over the place. I mean, he's doing all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, I believe you might be right.
yeah.
I had another question for you. You also do computer repair.
Yes.
Okay.
Not so much lately.
Okay.
More and more people are doing everything on their phones. So it's
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
COVID hit and yep. COVID hit and I had a few contracts that they kind of stopped it for a while during COVID and then just never went on after that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but you still do it.
Yes, I still do.
We're doing.
Yeah.
We're talking computer repair. Sorry, folks. I had the switch off. Thank you, honey.
Oh.
See, that's why they listen.
Yeah.
Just in case, right? So, if she says messaging me now, hey, better. Okay, thank you. If you have any questions for Mark, let me know. All right, because I know you were advertising it for a while.
Yeah, I was.
Weren't
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
And then
I mean, people still use laptops.
not very much anymore. Well, yes, they do, but yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
When? Okay, now here's a question for you. When did you and I meet?
It was at Gatfield's, and it was their anniversary.
Yeah, I hadn't been in there in a long time.
Yeah.
And I was asked to come in. Blaine Senior was still there.
Yes, he was. Yep.
And they had asked to come in, and I hadn't been in a while. I think it was the 25th. It might have been the 25th
I'm not sure.
anniversary. I'd have to go back and look. I have it.
Yeah. 'Cause I think me and Ian played the year before, and then the next year, Blaine said, "We got
come in and play
We got
for half an hour."
Rob coming in also, and that's the first time I met you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I had just first come back and was just starting solo stuff. I had written a couple songs.
Yeah.
I think I played them that day.
Yep.
I did, because I remember I played Streaks.
Yeah.
And I have a video somebody took of me starting the song and Blaine walking by saying, "Yeah, this song's about me." But and then it stuck ever since then, right?
Yep.
So, but it's been quite a few years. So that's going to be, 25. That would be 2016. Yeah.
Somewhere in that area. Yeah.
2016.
Yep.
So, It's come a long way since then. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know about you, but you know, where do you see yourself going for the next little while? I say I don't know about you. That's why I'm asking. So,
I don't know if it's right to say, but like I am very content with what I'm doing right now. Like I take a lot of pleasure in. I look forward to going into. I call it work. You know, like doing doing the open mics and the karaoke and I look forward to it. Like you said, some people hate their jobs when they go into it. So try to find a profession that you enjoy going to.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
And just seeing there's nothing like it. Seeing like how happy you can make people. Or
that's a good point.
Yeah.
Very good point. You know, we had we were talking on the way here. I had a show not that long ago over at Taps, just around the corner here. And there was a large group there with some young kids, and literally had them up dancing for the whole entire first. I played my first set. I played 75 minutes, I think.
Wow.
Because I didn't want to stop because the kids were having so much fun, and at one point I even jumped down there and danced with them.
Oh yeah.
Because I use a wireless system.
Yep.
And you know, just the fact that they kept dancing and having fun, and then I don't know if anybody listening who hasn't seen it, but I posted a photo of my tip jar that night was full of little cards and notes from all the kids. Yeah. Because they give them crayons and stuff and things to write on. Yeah. And they were all putting all these nice little sayings in my tip jar. You know, thanks for playing your music, and we had so much fun, and like that's what it's all. That's not work.
No, it isn't.
That's not work.
Yep.
You know, and it's a privilege to be able to go out and perform for people and to have them sit and listen and enjoy.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
100%. Yeah.
You know, I think you're absolutely right. When you do something that you love, they see it's a. I mean, they say it all the time. It's no longer a job, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So we're very fortunate in that respect. So tell me about BBB.
Well, we play a few times a year. That's about it.
Yeah.
You know, like because the drummer Julian, he owns Tempestado.
Okay.
And BB owns BB and Shelley. They own play. Yes.
Congratulations, by the way.
A beautiful wedding.
Yeah. They recently got hitched, so that's great.
And so they own Playmore Bowling Alley. So everybody's schedule is pretty tight.
Yeah.
And when I was in the band, I was the one who went around, like to all the bars, trying to get gigs here and there, here and there, and I basically said, now I'm got my home base at Borderline. I was like, you guys want to play, you book it.
Yeah,
I'll get somebody else in at Borderline. I'll give up that to go play with my trio because we have a blast when we play. Yeah, and. So we play at Scorecard Harry's quite often. Right beside the Kilton Clover. Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know how that. We've never played there when a band is played at Kilton Clover at the same time. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if they got an agreement,
mutual agreement of some sort.
Yeah. Because I know the Kilton Clover has a lot of bands that go in there. Jasmine Tea.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, duos and basically duos or single people. A Bergsma.
It's pretty. It's pretty. That's a pretty popular thing now, right?
Yeah,
solos and duos, and I mean that's why I'm solo. I mean, I've contemplated getting something together with a trio, maybe. But I'm like you. I'm pretty. I don't want to call it content. I will call it busy. I'm so busy. And getting calls all the time. I've got calls that I'm working on a couple of other things right now, and you know, it's just going to add to my schedule, my already busy schedule. So I don't, you know, maybe I should be content because I keep telling myself, okay, this summer I'm not going to book as many gigs, and then I get a call. Yeah, okay, well, yeah, I can fit that one in. Oh, okay. you know. And then by the end of the week, I'm like, why did I do that?
Just not enough hours in the day.
There's not.
Yeah.
So, you still played all with. We already went over with Ian because Ian's got naming Ian's band is Hard Rock Hooligans. But they also have an album out.
Yes, I listened to it yesterday.
Did you? I've actually played some of it on here.
Oh yeah.
Because every once in a while I do like an all local music show.
Yep.
And so I've put his band. I've put them into the playlist every now and then. So,
the third track, I was listening to it last night.
Yeah.
I was listening to the third track, and I'm listening to Rick Legacy's voice, right? And I'm like, God, he sounds familiar. Like that, he reminds me of a band. Then I'm like, and then I was like, I went onto YouTube and I found Big Wreck, Blown Wide Open.
Oh.
And I played that, and then like just for who he started singing, and then I played the track number 3, and I was like, they sound almost identical.
There it is,
It's like, oh my God. Big Wreck's a great Canadian band too.
Yeah, that's a great tune.
Yeah. And Ghosts. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. If you get a chance to watch the live version, the bass player in it it's just got a vibe, a groove.
Yeah.
Like
So what do you listen to? Do you listen to the radio?
No, well, only when I'm in the car.
That's me too.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Because we're so busy with music that you know. I was telling, who was I telling? I had a guest on not too long ago, and I was telling them that if you go on Spotify and look at the top 25 current songs in Canada on Spotify, I couldn't get through the first 5.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Really unfortunate. A lot of auto tune, a lot of artificial intelligence, the AI they call it, artificial intelligence, and I couldn't get through it. It's unfortunate.
Sad. It's sad.
Really. And then I bring a guy like Thunderclap in, who I honestly believe is a freaking genius.
Yep.
I don't know if you've listened to it or you know who it is.
I got a question about that.
Yeah.
Did Thunderclap open for Pink Floyd Niagara? I'm pretty sure that was the name of the band, but it was a band.
Where?
On Luminaqua stage.
I don't know if it was him or not.
Because I seen a picture of him, and it didn't look like the guy that was.
Yeah, no.
But they had a band. I'm pretty sure it was called Thunderclap.
Really?
Yeah. And
check into that.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I don't know. I would have to look into that.
No, this guy didn't look familiar at all. Yeah.
No, he very eccentric, very different, but in a really good way. He's got a video out right now called Blank Slate, new song, and it's about the homeless issues in Niagara.
Yeah.
And there's 2 different videos. There's a 5-minute version, cut back, and then there's an 8-minute version. I looked this morning. I looked a few days ago, and he had 26,000 views.
Wow.
And I looked again this morning because I shared it with Deanna Amy from the Open Arms Mission and Beyond the Streets, Welland, and he's up to 33,000 views.
Wow.
So it's catching.
Yes,
and
for sure.
it is a tearjerker. When I sent the video to Deanna, I said, grab a box of Kleenex and have that beside you because you're going to need it. And so I'm waiting to hear back from Deanna on what she thought, because he went out to make the video. He went out to talk to actually some of the people who are living on the streets and had them part of the video.
That is amazing.
Really draws you in, and the guy is amazing. So really glad. Another cool thing about being able to do what I do is to interview guys like you and Thunderclap and Jim Casson and Jeff Farnsworth, who's an artist. You know,
see what makes everybody tick. Yeah,
exactly.
Yep.
So
I do have a bucket thing I want to do on my bucket list. My wife's not too happy about it, but
okay.
Well, she would support me in anything I do.
Yeah.
But last year, somebody came into the open mic, and it was a lady, and she did a couple songs, and Randy Rowe's friend, and I don't know if you know Randy Rowe, but
to see him, I probably know him.
Yeah, but he introduced me to this lady. Her name's Cindy something or other. I can't remember her name.
Okay.
I have her email address at home.
Yeah.
And and then I went up and played my, once we're done, everybody, we start again until.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I played a few, and she's like, you know what you should do? You should really look into going on cruise ships. That's what she did. She went on to cruise ships.
Yeah.
And she goes, you're the wide variety you do is, and she's been doing this for 10 years. She goes, like, you would have so much fun and make tips and get an hourly wage. And I was like,
and a free cruise.
My boy's, he's grown up. He's got his own job and own thing. And I know Dar would support me on it. I don't think she'd be too happy with me going away.
Yeah.
But I was like, well, if we stopped, like in Alaska or whatever, on a cruise, like,
take her with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's kind of like on my bucket list.
See, my wife would probably be like, yeah, okay, go. See ya.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, honey. I'm just kidding. I would take you with me. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a great idea. I've heard that. And there's another one. There's a train. I don't know if it's via rail, but there's also a train trip that goes out either west, or I think you can go east or west. And the same type of thing. You are the entertainment, and you get the trip for free. You get your meals, and I think you get paid as well. But you're the entertainment as the train makes its way across Canada.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. I've always wanted to take a train, but then I look at the prices and I go, well, not yet. The
GO train's good enough.
GO train.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything that we haven't covered that you want to get out there other than your ship, your cruise ship bucket list item? Anything else on your bucket list?
Not really. No. Get to go to Cuba in February.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've ever gone away.
Really?
Anywhere. Yep.
First time on a plane?
No, I went there for work.
Oh, okay.
And flew to St. Louis to set up their machinery, because if we didn't set it up, he'd just hire us, or they'd just get somebody else.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, we're taking a trip to Hawaii in June.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, going with our two boys and their wives, and my wife Marina and I, and it'll be. It's been a while since we've gone to something like that. I mean, we take vacations every year.
Yeah.
But we don't tend to stray too far. But we're looking forward to that for sure. And all right, so tomorrow, Friday,
yes.
I need to know, what time am I supposed to be at Borderline Bar at 607 King Street in Welland?
Whatever time you would like. We start at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will get there before 4 o'clock then. And we're doing what? Are we doing half hour each? Half hour, 45, whatever?
Yep. That's usually what we do. When we got two of us, we do half hour. So I love it because, everybody that has been on there so far, like, you just get into your set. It's like, oh, got a half hour break now.
Yeah.
And then you get to talk to everybody and shoot the breeze. And then.
Well, I'm sure I'll be doing lots of that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You're very well missed there.
I haven't been there in a long time, and I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, finally, that I have time on a Friday afternoon, because I was doing this show on Fridays for quite a few months. Yeah. So Fridays were out. I'd be here at 2:30, get home at 4:30, 5 o'clock. So but we're gonna stop for lunch.
Yeah.
All right.
We are.
So listen, Borderline Bar tomorrow, 4 o'clock till 8 p.m. 7 p.m.
7. Yep.
Well, you can stay till 8 if you want.
Sometimes we do.
I will be there performing some tunes. I'm sure I'll be performing some of my own tunes as well with Mr. Mark Swayze, my guest here. Don't forget to enroll your kids in music lessons. You can do that right here at Chrysler Avenue in Niagara Falls at the Niagara Institute of Music and Arts. I want to thank Rick Rose and Rosa for opening up the studio for us to be able to come in and talk to our friends about things that are happening in Niagara. And don't forget to visit Peter Piper's Pubhouse at 111 Highway 20 East in Fonthill, and make sure you let them know that I heard this on Heyo Niagara, that guy Rob or something. Let him know, so that he knows that we love him, and that we're supporting him as well. And while you're there, you can get all your party supply needs at Fonthill Party Supply, just a couple doors down from Peter Piper's. Thank you for sponsoring the show. Don't forget, December 23rd, at Tailgates Bar and Grill. We got a big charity event happening with a bunch of different artists. We're going to be supporting the Open Arms mission. So if you're the type of person who sees like what happened yesterday in Welland, and you know in your heart and your mind that something needs to be done, you want to do a little bit to help, come on out, bring a non-perishable food item. We're going to be also collecting cash. And we've got a whole bunch of different artists. We're going to have some fun too. There'll be some Christmas songs, and Santa Claus will be making an appearance. So
beautiful.
Doesn't get any better than that.
That's right.
Also, tomorrow night, I actually will be at the Spot Bar, not tomorrow night, Saturday night. Saturday night, I will be at the Spot Bar in Port Colborne to do a charity event there as well, as a guest this time. And Troy Soper is taking care of that, so you can come on down to that if you're in Port Colborne. And next week, I have not booked anything yet, but trust me, it will be Christmas related. So this is Rob Repos with my friend Mark Swayze. Thank you for coming on.
You're very welcome. I had a great time.
It's a fun thing, eh?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Come back anytime, my friend.
Beautiful.
Heyo Niagara, 4680Q. Have a great weekend, everybody.